Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cherie. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video today. And today's video, we are finally going to talk about Love is Blind. Let's get started. Alright guys, so I was unsure if I was going to make a video about this or not because like everyone else or a lot of people on social media, we've been watching Love is Blind. And it's the new thing, like a reality show on Netflix. And yeah, it's just taking the interwebs and just, you know, everybody's talking about this show. So I made it through the show, and as I was making it through, it was slow in certain parts. Like the concept or the idea of the show that you talk to someone through this barrier, you don't get to see them until after you proposed or somebody proposes to you. It was just like, what? Is this real? That was my whole thing initially, just going through. Is this real? And I think parts of it are real. I don't know. I think they had a great concept in terms of making TV. So I think Netflix is on to something. I think they lost all their Disney content, and so now they gotta step their game up if they want to keep their viewers. Because everybody else wants to come out with their individual streaming platforms. And yeah, so anyway, the idea was interesting. Do I think that Love is Blind? No, absolutely not, because I need to see what's kind of spirits going on in your family. Where do you come from? And what that might be carrying on, that might try to link up with my spirit. I need to see how you are in a situation that is, where you have to be angry. How do you communicate? Just all of these things and how do you look? First of all, like, I have to be physically attracted to you. And that's what happened with Jessica and Mark. But we'll get there. So no, Love is not blind, but in this situation, it worked out for two of the couples, as we saw. But I'm going to start off with Lauren and Cameron, who's America's favorite couple. I mean, just seeing their interaction was just so sweet. It really felt like we were experiencing a fairy tale. It really did. It felt that way. And she had me thinking, like, do I need to look over there with y'all on the other side? What y'all got going over there with the white boys? Right? But I just love their love story. I felt like it was genuine. He is like a little touchy-feely that I just didn't like people to be touched. That's not my love language. My love language is acts of service and gifts. And I need to do it again. I think that's like 10 years ago that I took that test, and it was acts of service. Acts of service is always going to be my main one. Gifts was the second one. But just the touchy feeling, it was just like, What I think helped with this couple was that he had dated Black women before. Like she wasn't his first Black woman. He not only dated a Black woman, they were in a serious long-term relationship. So he understood the dynamics of, being in a relationship with a Black woman, Black culture, and all of these things. So he knew that. I think that was a huge factor for them working, because she is still able to be her authentic Black self, So yeah, I love their love story. I love that they're still together. We're seeing them now across all, different platforms. They're kind of like on a marketing, just trail. And I am happy for them. All right, moving on to Amber and Barnett. Initially, seeing Barnett, I just thought he was just a fuckboy. I really, really just thought that is who he was. And he turned out to be a pretty cool dude. The experiment is particular. I was about to say, I do feel like, you shouldn't have told Jessica that the night before. If you knew how you felt, if you knew you were torn, don't say, but at least he communicated to her, and she didn't handle it well. As we see her, acting out throughout the season. Amber, is a wild child. And I don't see them together. Like, I don't see them together, but they are. But just like, if you look at the two individuals, like, this is a match that really, it really didn't add up, because she's in all this debt. Doesn't seem like she's ambitious or is trying to work and, you know, have a plan to get rid of it. She just wants to be a stay-at-home mom, but she doesn't have any kids. I'm like, how is this going to work? And they've been together for like almost 2 years now, because this show was filmed in 2018. So yeah, they've been together. So that surprised me that, you know, they are still together. Because I thought for sure they were not going to be together. And Amber, I don't know. Someone tell me, does Amber have a job now? I have not read anything about her, you know. And I can't remember from the reunion whether she said she was working now or not. So if you remember if Amber has a job, drop that down in the comments. But yeah. All right, Damien and Gigi. I thought for sure he was going to say yes at that altar. I really thought. I didn't think he needed to, but I was surprised and proud of him that he was willing to do it. And it's weird that they have to go through all these shenanigans and actually get your family and friends involved, and you put on your wedding dress and your tux and walk down the aisle, and then you make a decision. Like, can you not make it before? Because you're involving people and time. And I know the show is paying for like everything, so it's not like you losing any money, but you are embarrassed down to in front of your parents and your family. So I don't know what's going on there, but yeah. And they, even though they, you know, were not together on their wedding day, they broke up. They actually got back together, which I'm like, why? Maybe Gigi's evolved, and because she was very immature. Like, I felt like she just wanted to fight. Like, some people just want to fight and they just want to argue, like Althea and Benzino on the Love Goals show on OWN. They just want to fight. So I hope that she has matured, and yeah, if it's working for them now, I wish them the best. But I was like, whew. And that scene where she called him out, talking about he's not a good lover, and I was like, girl, the male ego is so fragile, and you are doing it on national television, ma'am. So at that point, I was like, this shit is crazy. So somehow, some way, they are making it work. So well wishes to them. All right, Jessica, and Mark. I don't know, she had this voice, like she had two voices. She had that little baby that the Kardashians do, and you know, they drove people crazy. Like, and then she had a normal voice, which is a little bit deeper. Like, who are you? Like, a whole time throughout this, Jessica was a mess, because she was just steady, like, pining over Barnett. Like, she did not take that well. And through half of the season, I think she was drunk. So I hope she's getting some help, you know, for her stuff that's going on. And yeah, the part that worries me the most about Jessica and Mark is Mark. I know Jessica is a mess, and we know that. We don't want to go deep into that, because that's just a mess, and I hope she's getting the help she needs. But has anyone spoken about Mark's self-esteem to stay there through all of those shenanigans, and even at the reunion, kind of like insinuating that there's hope for them if she's willing? Like, if she said, I truly believe if Jessica said, hey, I'm willing to give this another shot, Mark would be right there after everything that's happened. So, and he's young, but his self-esteem is like, sir, how much more do you need, you know? But again, I have to, you know, extend some grace, because he's young, and even though he's, you know, we would say if that was a woman, like, you know, but even though he's a man, he's still young. I hope that he sees this and gets some self-worth for himself. So, Mark, you are worth some stuff. You are worth more. and than what Jessica has been showing you. And I hope you meet you a good young lady that is willing and ready to receive the love, because he has so much love to give. He was a really nice guy. So I hope it works out for him. Jessica, get some help too, girl. Last but not least, Kenny and Kelly, which is a huge shocker to me. I mean, their parents got along. Their parents, they came from similar paths. Both sets of parents, they were getting along. They hadn't had sex though before. Like during the honeymoon, they didn't have sex. They didn't have sex, I believe, the whole experiment. I was shocked. I was like, girl, Kelly, what are you doing? She said no. I mean, and he just held it together and was so well spoken and just, about it, just walking out and being embarrassed like that on this platform. But then afterwards, he was mad, which was rightfully so. But I was like, even her mom was like, I like him. I don't know what Kelly wants. I think it may have been, she kept mentioning physically he's a ginger or something, I believe. And then I forgot what she wanted. I think physically for her, and he wasn't a bad looking man. It just in her eyes, I don't know if maybe we were missing something, but that was the shock for me. That was definitely a shock. But at the reunion, we saw that he is dating someone else and he's in a good relationship. I think she's still single, even though I just read something online that she was dating one of her wedding guests from that now. Or yeah, but he is he's doing well, so at least that's good. All right, Carlton and Diamond. You could tell from the get-go when that boy got out of that car and when he opened his mouth that something was going on. Okay, we all wanted to ask him, what are you doing? Okay, he needed to be asked that. I was wondering, I had to say to myself initially, could Diamond pick up on it just by the conversations they were having in the pods? And when she saw him, it didn't register. Like, was it just completely blind for her that what was going on? That okay, something wasn't right. But his behavior, I think he was auditioning because he had been on Real Housewives of Atlanta. He was Cynthia's assistant. And I think he was auditioning for his own show. I think this was all just one big marketing tool for him. And he likes attention. So he knows how to do reality TV. And so I think that is what it went wrong for him, though, because he used Diamond in this whole thing. And he wasn't honest with her. He could have said that in the pod. That's something you communicate in the pod. And why did you wait? And then at the reunion, he had the nerves that, what did he bring? Like a friendship thing? I don't trust Carlton at all. Like, I really don't think he's genuine. I think he's out just for attention and just to use this as a launching pad for something else, possibly another show. I'm glad Diamond is doing well. Even though her wig through there, it was slipping. It was slipping. But she came together for that reunion, okay? Her hair was together. And she's enrolled in getting her PhD, so I'm happy about that for her. So I'm glad that she's doing well. I hope she's in counseling and therapy to get the support that she needs. And just please distance yourself away from Carlton, because no, it's just no. This notion that, heterosexual women should give bisexual men a chance. You don't tell me who to date. Like, I don't tell you who to date. I don't have the right to tell you who you can and cannot date. If I, as a heterosexual woman, said I don't want to date bisexual men, then that is my priority. That does not mean that I have this hate or anything against them. It's just something that I choose not to do. I'm not harming anybody. I'm not putting anybody down. I choose not to date bisexual men. So how dare you people out there try to come at Diamond and say she was wrong. No, first of all, you tell me. You allow me to make the choice. You don't force me to date somebody. Okay? I'm getting angry because I didn't like that. So yeah, that was Love is Blind. It was a good show. I'm interested to see how season 2 will go, because you know with seasons, the first season is always just very fresh and authentic, but then people come on seasons after and people do TV. Okay, it's starting to happen with Married at First Sight, where people just coming in, Zach, to just do TV and put themselves on a platform to be seen. So I hope that doesn't happen with this show, because they have a hit show on their hand. So I'm interested to see how it will be moving forward, if it's going to be different and what they're going to change, and how that all plays. But yeah, let me know what you thought about Love is Blind season 1 on Netflix, and we'll chat down in the comments. As always, you guys be blessed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.